So inflation came in recently at 8.5% in the United States, and it's about 11% in my country. But that is just the inflation that's reported, and a topic for another video. By the way, in my country, inflation is way above 11%. It's at least 20% based on my purchasing habits. But here's why I am more protected against inflation than the average person. The typical argument about inflation related to our income is that if inflation is at 11% and I'm able to increase my income by 11%, then in terms of purchasing power, I'm going to be about in the same spot as I was last year, because there's no real difference in terms of purchasing power. Why is that? Well, presumably the price of everything went up by about 11%, and then my income went up about the same amount, 11%. So minus 11% plus 11% is going to be zero. But that's just on a surface level. Because I am quite frugal and I save about 50 to 60% of my income, I have an extra layer of protection, and that's not the savings that I have. Here's why. Let's take an example based on my current numbers, my actual numbers. My take-home pay is around $2,800 at this moment. Of this, I save around $1,700 every single month, which is about 60% of my income. And I spend about $1,100 every single month. Basically the difference. Let's say hypothetically that my expenses go up by around 11%. In this case, my expenses would go up by around $120 per month, increasing my spending from $1,100 to $1,220 every single month. If I am able to increase my take-home pay, my net income, by 11%, the difference is going to be much more meaningful, because I will be earning an additional $300 every single month, $2,800 plus an additional 11% of that number. From this $300 buffer, $120 is going to go to my increased expenses to basically maintain the same lifestyle that I have right now. But the extra or the difference of $180 is going to go towards my increased purchasing power. So I will not be in the same spot as last year, but I will have some extra purchasing power because I am a saver and I am not spending my entire income. If I would be spending 100% of my income, then of course an 11% increase in my take-home pay would basically keep me in the same spot as I was last year, because inflation is so high. But for me, because I save 50 to 60% of my income, a 4.3% increase in my net income would be enough to help me break even against inflation on a year-to-year basis. Because I'm frugal in the first place, meaning that I'm spending less than I earn, an 11% increase in my income to be on par with inflation still gives me the opportunity to increase my wealth year over year by a tiny margin in an inflationary environment. So what matters when measuring the break-even point of your income relative to inflation is your actual spending relative to your income. So if you want to do this at home for yourself, here's the formula. The raise that you need is going to equal the inflation in percentage points minus brackets the savings rate in percentage points times inflation in percentage points times 100. On the screen you can see the example applied to my specific case and from where I got the numbers. And I want to thank Nick Majuli for the amazing article on this, and I will link it in the description below so everyone that's watching this video can go ahead and check it out. And now, thanks to Nick, I'm a little bit less worried about inflation. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.